Okay, so I've had a lot of comments and suggestions on reacting to boot camp in the 1960s, 1970s. So that's what we're going to look at today. We're going to take some old school footage and run through it and just my comments of what it's like. So what you're seeing now is the first part of a two-part series of me reacting to a 1970s Marine Corps boot camp video. Unclassified.
The contract: to enter the service of the United States Marine Corps and to report to such posts or stations of the Marine Corps as I may be ordered to join.
That's a 6-year.
And to the utmost of my power
4 years
and ability,
active,
discharge my
2
services
reserve.
or duties,
Unsure,
and
let
be
me
in
know.
everything of the officers who may be placed over me.
Okay.
We're ready for the roll, sir.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me the oath of enlistment.
Does that music sound like the old Batman scene or the Batman theme? I don't know. It caught my ear. It was like just that old school Batman. They were loading up for the bus to head out to boot camp, but Harris Island, baby.
Upon arrival, the recruits are taken directly to the recruit receiving barracks, where they undergo their initial process.
Hey, it looks like those yellow footprints are still there. Probably painted over a few times, but same concept.
They receive their first Marine Corps haircut. Upon arrival, some have long hair while others have curly locks. When they get out of the chair, however, they will have very little hair left, and they will have a uniform military appearance, which will help establish equality in the platoon.
Okay. I know I talked about this before and maybe in another video about everyone shaving their hair and becoming one and looking like one another. Same concept. It was going on then and it's going on now, that everybody's going to look the same, you're going to be treated the same, equal, and that last bit of hope of whatever you're holding on to is that hair. It's gone. All right.
Has been formed. They are turned over to their drill instructors, who will train them for duty with the world's finest military organization. A team of 3 of the best non-commissioned officers in the Marine Corps is assigned to each platoon. They have the job of molding these raw recruits into United States Marines. At least one of these non-commissioned officers will be with the platoon 24 hours a day for 9 consecutive weeks.
Right there, I think it's 13 weeks and some change now. I'm not sure if that was post or pre-Vietnam or when they changed that up. That could be some of that. I don't know that. I don't know the history of that. I know I probably should. Let me know why that changed, or I might look it up later on and make a video on that. But as you can tell, all green uniforms. There's no camouflage. The drill instructors are wearing all the khaki. The campaign cover is still the same. Those yellow footprints, the sea bags, everything is still, to me, kind of looking the same.
To train them, they must control.
To train them, they must control them. Very interesting concept. Yes, I mean, you're learning different things that you've learned in the civilian life that that you need to let go of. And if you're not ready to let go of that or be controlled or taught the way to do it, then it'll be a tough 9 weeks for you here.
Reveille for the recruits goes at 4:55 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
They wash, shave, make up their bunks, and clean up the area before going to morning meal.
Okay. We used to call it the 3 S's. Poop. Keep it PG here. The other word. Shower and shave. The 3 S's.
That's all. The recruits eat an ample and well-balanced meal. During the training day, they will easily burn up their 5,000 calorie diet.
Easy.
The recruits spend considerable time in the classroom. There they receive instruction in basic military subjects.
Yep.
During the third week of training, they will be given a written test.
Prac out.
Those who fail will be given additional instruction before returning to regular training. Evaluated.
It's about the same. Prac out. Learning history and things.
Many hours will also be spent learning the basic movements of close order drill. It is through this drill that the drill instructors will begin to build the discipline and teamwork that they want in the platoon. When the recruits first start drilling, they all seem to have two left feet. But before long, they will start shaping up.
There you go.
The instant and exact response to orders that's demanded of them is obvious to all. The private finds out that there is only one way of doing something, the right way.
That is true.
Physical training is also stressed here at Parris Island. Many hours are devoted to reconstruction of 19 years of improperly toned muscles, which must be conditioned in 9 short weeks.
18 to 19 years of improperly tuned muscles. Muscles they haven't used before, some that they have, some that they don't know that they have. Short 9 weeks. Like I said, it's 9 weeks instead of 13 weeks. I'm not sure when the gap was. Let me know.
Is conducted by both the physical training instructor and the drill instructor. The Marine Corps obstacle course provides an excellent physical conditioning device.
That is
The
true.
course consists of a series of unique obstacles which develop strength and coordination. The first time a recruit runs the course, he finds it is a challenging, near impossible feat. However, after weeks of intensive conditioning, he is able to negotiate the obstacles.
There's your rope climb. He's using nothing but arm strength. Wow.
Marines guard the gates of embassies and posts all over the world. And in the evening, the recruits are given an hour free time. During this time, the recruits devote their time to personal activities such as writing letters. Free time is supervised by a drill instructor, and the activities must be constructive.
Okay, you do. You get an hour. You get some time to do things, write some letters, whatever you want to do in your free time. I did the same thing. I wrote some letters, but I'm going to use this term lightly. Back in my day, and this day too, you had to polish your boots. So you had to learn time management, learning how to use that time wisely, that hour. Yeah, you can sit there and write and read and do all your stuff, but you want to get your uniforms ready. You want to get your footlocker squared away. You want to polish and shine your boots. You want to do things that will help you prepare for the next day. It took some time for me to learn that. Some recruits would sleep. Some would, just goof off. But preparation and learning how time management, I think that's very important.
At 9 o'clock each night, the recruits are ready for a full night of sleep. They have been given little time to think of anything but the Marine Corps. This is exactly what we want. We keep them so busy that they have little chance to become homesick. Now let us look at the Special Training Branch, which was organized for the recruits who are unable to keep up in training. The Physical Conditioning Platoon is divided into 2 sections. The overweight section is designed to reduce the obese recruit through a program of scheduled exercises and low-calorie diet of about 2,200 calories.
PCP.
The efforts of the overweight section are twofold. First, a recruit
Mountain
must
climbers.
lose half of his required weight loss. Second, he must pass a strength test in order to return to regular training. The physically weak enter a program of high-protein diet and physical training designed to...
That cracks me up. The physically weak. Basically what they're saying is you can't cut it. You don't have what it takes. I mean, hey, look, I lost a lot of weight in boot camp too, but he looks pretty thin if you can't keep up in training. If you're overweight, we had some overweight recruits you put on PCP, or let's face it, sometimes you just cannot do what it takes being overweight on some of these obstacles or in training. But they want you lean and mean.
Recruits who have an extremely difficult time adjusting to the military environment are assigned to the motivation platoon. Here they will receive instruction that will stimulate their desire to return to training and to become a successful member of a regular platoon.
Motivational platoon. Excuse me. I did not know they even had that.
The platoon is assigned a primary marksmanship instructor who teaches all marksmanship training.
Grass week.
The drill instructors assist him in teaching the basics of rifle marksmanship.
Every Marine is a rifleman, first and foremost.
Through many hours of snapping in, recruits develop the muscle coordination and confidence necessary to become a qualified Marine rifleman.
Okay.
The range again emphasizes the part that the individual plays in the success of the team. Qualification Day is a big event in the life of the recruit and to his platoon. The standards of excellence are high, but the results for individual and team efforts are well worthwhile.
Already on the firing line. Shoot on your own target.
It's just typical. It looks like it has not changed. The same thing.
A week of mess duty is still another part in the
I think this is
recruit's
the
training.
same.
They
We got a
learn
mess
the
duty.
duties of messmen and become familiar with the operation of a mess hall. The recruits also participate in battalion and regimental field meets. Each battalion selects teams to compete in the monthly regimental field meet.
Interesting.
This competition is used to build pride, teamwork, and esprit de corps within the units. These events press home the point that if one man lags, the team will suffer, and the burden will fall on the remaining members.
Okay. Bring it back. What do you say?
Become the best recruits ever to leave Parris Island. It is during this final phase of training that recruits learn and apply skills in close combat. They are taught footwork and basic bayonet attack movements by experts. Practically simulate combat conditions.
Woo! I would not want to meet him.
Drill instructors are positioned at points throughout the course to ensure proper execution of attack movements.
I like this. Swim week.
The amphibious mission of the Marine Corps requires Marines to be at home on the water, whether it be the sea or a river. We train every recruit in the technique of water survival that may someday save his life or the life of a fellow Marine. The Marine Corps has adopted a water survival technique which is without a doubt the finest ever developed, if cramped or injured.
Yeah.
Experts using this method can stay afloat indefinitely. We also teach a travel stroke, which permits movements in the water with a minimum amount of physical exertion.
Still learn this.
The confidence course training is designed to develop coordination, confidence, and determination within each recruit. The recruit must exercise his own initiative in maneuvering himself through 13 different obstacles, each providing a different challenge. This training helps the recruit overcome fear of height by demanding the execution of obstacles which are up to 40 feet high.
This is true. All these still exist. Might look a little different, but most of them are the same. Slide for life. Are we going to see one fall?
When the recruits complete this course, they even amaze themselves in what they have accomplished.
No? Okay. Oh, there we go. Always one. Always one. Oh, another one. Yes. It's tough. It's really tough.
In their 8th week of training, the recruits go on an 8-mile training hike to Elliott's Beach for an overnight bivouac. Prior to their departure, the recruits are inspected by supervisory Marines.
Crucible
For
March.
most of these recruits, this first 8-mile hike is a preview of the many hikes of the future in every climb and place where the Marines can and will take a gun.
That is true.
Upon reaching Elliott's Beach, the recruits pitch their shelter tents and receive instruction on subjects which show them how to live in the field. A practical examination is administered during the remainder of the day to determine how well the recruit has absorbed his instructions during the past 7 weeks.
Just real quick, I'm not really sure up to date on, 2020, 23, 24. Prior to, we used to have shelter halves. Same thing it looks like on this video of practical app of putting those shelter halves together, those canvas tents, a bivouac site or a campsite, if you didn't know that's what it means. And I would imagine this is kind of like the Crucible. I'm not really sure if that's when that name came along there, but to me that's kind of what it is. You're putting into practice everything that you learned over time, but this seems very familiar in the same concept.
All the military subjects taught in recruit training. The test consists of 6 stages, each with different problems to solve by actual application. A Marine must know his weapon. Recruits are tested while blindfolded on the assembly and disassembly of the M14 rifle.
Okay, so wow, I did not know they actually put a blindfold on you for the M14. That's very interesting. That means that they took a lot of time honing in, learning to disassemble, reassemble that weapon, make sure it dry fires. I did not do that blindfolded, even though I think I could have as many times as I disassembled and reassembled the M16 A2. So, hey, props off. That is some definitely a difference in training for putting a blindfold on. Very, very cool. Okay, this is the end of part 1 of a 2-part series of me reacting to 1970s Marine Corps BootCamp. Thank you so much for all the comments, the suggestions, the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, everything. If there is anything that I missed or anything that I need to clarify, please let me know down in the comments, or something that you would like to see in the part 2 coming up. This was really fun making this part 1 of a 2-part video. We'll see you next time. Semper Fi.